Charley Pride was an American singer, guitarist, and professional baseball player. His greatest musical success came in the early to mid-1970s, when he was the best-selling performer for RCA Records since Elvis Presley. During the peak years of his recording career, 1966 to 1987, he had 52 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, 30 of which made it to number 1. He won the Entertainer of the Year award at the Country Music Association Awards in 1971. Pride is one of 3 African-American members of the Grand Ole Opry, the others being DeFord Bailey and Darius Rucker. He was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2000. When Pride was 14, his mother purchased him his first guitar, and he taught himself to play. Though he loved music, one of Pride's lifelong dreams was to become a professional baseball player. In 1952, he pitched for the Memphis Red Sox of the Negro American League. In 1953, he signed a contract with the Boise Yankees, the Class C farm team of the New York Yankees. During that season, an injury caused him to lose the, quote, mustard on his fastball, and he was sent to the Yankees' Class D team in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Later that season, while in the Negro Leagues with the Louisville Clippers, 2 players, Pride and Jesse Mitchell, were traded to the Birmingham Black Barons for a team bus. Jesse and I may have the distinction of being the only players in history to be traded for a used motor vehicle, Pride mused in his 1994 autobiography. While he was active in baseball, Pride had been encouraged to join the music business by country stars such as Red Solvine and Red Foley, and was working towards this career. In 1958 in Memphis, Pride visited Sun's studio and recorded some songs. He performed his music solo at clubs and with a 4-piece combo called the Nighthawks during the time he lived in Montana. His break came when Chet Atkins at RCA Victor heard a demonstration tape and got Pride a contract. In 1966, he released his first RCA Victor single, The Snakes Crawl at Night. Nashville manager and agent Jack D. Johnson signed Pride. Atkins was the longtime producer at RCA Victor who had made such stars out of country singers Jim Reeves, Skeeter Davis, Jerry Reed, and others. Pride was signed to RCA Victor in 1965. The Snakes Crawl at Night did not chart. On the records of this song submitted to radio stations for airplay, the singer was listed as Country Charley Pride. Pride disputed that the omission of a photo was deliberate. He stated that getting promoters to bring in a black country singer was a bigger problem. People didn't care if I was pink. RCA signed me. They knew I was colored. They decided to put the record out and let it speak for itself. While living in Montana, he continued to sing at local clubs, and in Great Falls had an additional boost to his career when he befriended local businessman Lewis Allen Al Donahue, who owned radio stations, including KMON, the first station to play Pride's records in Montana. Soon after the release of The Snakes Crawl at Night, Pride released another single called Before I Met You, which also did not chart. Not long afterwards, his third single, Just Between You and Me, was released. The song finally brought Pride success on the country charts. The song reached number 9 on Hot Country Songs on February 25, 1967. The success of Just Between You and Me was enormous. Pride was nominated for a Grammy Award for the song the next year. In the late summer of 1966, on the strength of his early releases, he was booked for his first large show in Detroit's Olympia Stadium. Since no biographical information had been included with those singles, few of the 10,000 country fans who came to the show knew Pride was black, and discovered the fact only when he walked onto the stage, at which point the applause trickled off to silence. I knew I had to get it over with sooner or later, Pride later remembered. I told the audience, friends, I realize it's a little unique me coming out here with a permanent suntan to sing country and western to you, but that's the way it is. The show became the first of a long and active career, playing to large audiences, his race soon becoming a minor detail compared to his success. In 1967, he became the first black performer to appear at the Grand Ole Opry since founding member D. Ford Bailey, who had last appeared in 1941. Between 1969 and 1971, Pride had 8 singles that reached number 1 on the U.S. Country Hit Parade and also charted on the Billboard Hot 100. All I have to offer you is me. I'm so afraid of losing you again. I can't believe that you've stopped loving me. I'd rather love you. Is anybody going to San Antonio? Wonder could I live there anymore? I'm just me. And Kiss an Angel Good Morning. The pop success of these songs reflected the country pop crossover sound that was reaching country music in the 1960s and early 1970s, known as Countrypolitan. In 1969, his compilation album, The Best of Charley Pride, sold more than 1 million copies and was awarded a gold disc. Ultimately, Elvis Presley was the only artist who sold more records than Pride for RCA Victor. Pride performed All His Children, featured in the film Sometimes a Great Notion. The film received 2 Oscar nominations in 1972, one for All His Children. In 2020, the CMA announced that Pride would receive the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award at the 54th Country Music Association Awards, in recognition of his work in the genre. The CEO of the CMA explained that Charley Pride is the epitome of a trailblazer. Few other artists have grown country music's rich heritage and led to the advancement of country music around the world like Charley Pride. His distinctive voice has created a lifetime legacy that continues to echo throughout country music today. We could not be more excited to honor Charley with one of CMA's highest accolades. Charley Pride died in Dallas on December 12, 2020, of complications related to COVID-19 during the COVID-19 pandemic in Texas. He was 86 years old. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Sure would help us out a lot with YouTube.